love a mystery, and every time a new artist blows up fast, the internet instantly becomes a detective agency, which is why Tyla, the girl who went from TikTok sound to Grammy winner in record time, is now at the center of the big question everyone keeps asking. Is Tyla an industry plant?
What would you say is the biggest misconception about you?
That I literally came out of nowhere and I'm an industry plant.
Some people say yes, some say absolutely not. Some have no idea what the term even means, but argue anyway, because that is what the internet does best. So today we are breaking it all down, the rumors, the rise, the receipts, and the reality. Let us figure out whether Tyla is an industry plant or just a superstar who blew up at the perfect moment. First things first, what even is an industry plant? People use the word like it is a crime, but the definition changes every 5 minutes. Some say an industry plant is an artist who is secretly supported by major labels before anyone knows who they are. Some say it is someone who gets pushed too fast. Others basically use it to describe any artist who becomes successful quicker than expected.
Many quick to label her Epic Records' newest industry plant.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. I never thought I'd say I won a Grammy at 22 years old.
In other words, the internet calls everyone an industry plant at some point. It is basically a rite of passage now. So why is Tyla getting the label? Well, her rise was fast, really fast. One day she was dropping songs for fun. The next day, she was performing on big stages, charting globally, and winning a Grammy. To some people, that jump feels too sudden, too clean, too convenient. But let us rewind for a second. Tyla did not appear out of thin air. She did not wake up famous. She has been grinding for years. South African fans knew about her way before the global crowd did. If you look at her early clips, she was posting covers, posting original songs, performing at small events, and hustling like any rising artist. She was not sitting in some fancy studio waiting for a label to hand her fame. She was putting in work, and even when she signed with a major label, she was still building slowly. There was no overnight magic moment. She had small wins, small losses, and a whole journey before the big global hit arrived. The real shift happened when Water dropped. That song changed everything. It became a TikTok phenomenon, a club hit, a radio favorite, and a chart success all at once. And when a song hits every corner of the internet at the same time, it changes an artist's entire career instantly. But here is the thing. A viral hit does not automatically mean someone is an industry plant. Sometimes the song is just that good. Sometimes the timing is perfect. Sometimes the world is just ready for a new sound. The Amapiano-inspired rhythm of Water was fresh to global audiences. Tyla's voice was smooth. The dance was addictive. The vibe was original. It checked every box for virality without feeling manufactured.
Not to mention she just became the youngest African artist to ever win a Grammy and has been seen with countless A-list stars. It's easy for fans to see this and claim that Tyla is simply a manufactured product of a major label planting her in the industry.
Now let us talk about the argument that people use the most, the Grammy. A lot of people think it came too early. They say no new artist wins a Grammy this fast unless something behind the scenes is helping. But the truth is simpler. The category Tyla won was created to celebrate global sounds, and Water was literally one of the biggest global tracks of the year. It had streams, charts, radio play, social media dominance, and huge cultural impact. It was everywhere. If anything, the Grammy made sense statistically. But people love drama more than statistics. So here we are. Another reason the industry plant label pops up is because Tyla has a polished image. She looks like a star, she talks like a star, she moves like a star, and people think that level of confidence has to come from some secret artist development program. Not really. Tyla has been media trained for years. She grew up performing. Her artistry was shaped early. She knew exactly what she wanted to be. She was groomed by experience, not some hidden Hollywood machine. Even in her interviews, she talks openly about how long she's been manifesting this career. She literally said She's been planning to be a global superstar since she was young. When someone has that kind of vision and works consistently, the results can look almost too perfect from the outside.
She doesn't have the story to match with her success and the awards and the way that they're pushing her. It's insane, you know?
But here is where things get interesting. People only call artists industry plants when their rise feels too smooth. But no one sees the stress, the long nights, the sacrifices, and the pressure behind the scenes. Tyla's life changed fast, yes, but that comes with new expectations and challenges. The fame, the criticism, the comparisons, the pressure to top her last song. That is not easy, and no label machine can prepare you fully for that. Now let us get into the biggest misconception, the idea that if an artist is signed to a big label, they must automatically be a plant, which makes no sense. Every major artist we know is signed somewhere. That is the whole point of the music business.
And when Water released, I do have to say, I didn't really realize that it was Girl Next Door Tyla, if you know what I mean. I didn't realize that it was the same Tyla that was on the single with
Labels invest in artists they think can win. That is literally their job. Tyla did not magically skip the line. She earned her spot because she had something unique to offer. Her sound stands out. Her visuals stand out. Her personality stands out. There are hundreds of artists trying to break through. The few who make it usually have a mixture of talent, timing, luck, and strategy. That is not an industry plant recipe. That is the reality of entertainment. Some people also confuse good marketing with being a plant. But let us be honest, Tyla's team knows how to market. They know how to use TikTok. They know how to build a narrative. They know how to keep momentum going. That means the team is competent, not that the success is fake. Another point that people ignore is how much South Africa pushed Tyla before the global wave. She was already a star back home. Her community supported her from the beginning. She did not appear in the global spotlight out of nowhere. She was backed by real fans who saw her talent way before the rest of the world did. And that matters, because industry plants usually do not have real organic fan bases at the start. Everything about them feels manufactured, but Tyla's support came from the ground up. Now let us look at the arguments from the other side. Some people genuinely believe Tyla is not a plant at all. They say she is simply a talented artist who got the right opportunities at the right time. And honestly, the evidence leans in that direction. Water did not blow up because a label forced it on people. It blew up because fans loved it. It blew up because dancers loved it. It blew up because TikTok loved it. No one can fake that kind of public reaction. You cannot force millions of people to use your sound. You cannot force clubs to play your song every night. You cannot force global audiences to care. That happens naturally when a song hits the right nerve. The industry plant label also ignores Tyla's work ethic. She is always performing, always rehearsing, always posting, always connecting. If anything, she works harder than many new artists. People forget she went on a long press tour. She did live performances everywhere. She trained constantly. She put in real energy to keep her momentum alive. An industry plant does not need to work that hard. The label would do everything for them, but Tyla shows up for her craft. Another thing that proves her success is real is how quickly fans connect to her personality. She is charming, she is funny, she is smart, and she has a unique vibe. You cannot manufacture that. People either connect with you or they do not. And clearly, they connect with her. So is Tyla an industry plant? The honest answer is no. She is an artist who had talent, strategy, timing, and a viral hit that took her global. And once the momentum started, it never stopped. But the reason this conversation keeps happening is because people are still shocked when a newcomer rises fast, especially a newcomer from outside the usual American or European scenes. Seeing a South African superstar dominating global charts feels fresh and unexpected. And sometimes people explain unexpected success with the easiest label they can find. But Tyla's rise is not suspicious. It is inspiring. It shows that music can travel further than ever. It shows that social media can boost careers in powerful ways. It shows that global sounds are becoming mainstream. And it shows that when someone is talented and hardworking, the world will notice. So instead of asking whether Tyla is an industry plant, maybe the real question is how many more artists like her will rise next. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me which artist or topic you want me to break down next.